Hi guys, I am Colleen and I'm a person. I like to read and I like to write, but I do whatever on this channel. And today I made this leatherette armor and I am going to show you how I did that. Basically, I just picked up random patterns for each piece from the internet and traced it onto some leatherette fabric, and I chose this silver. It doesn't really look silver. It looks more white on camera, but it is silver. I used a total of 1 meter fabric for the breastplate. I already did the front off camera, but the back is the same thing essentially. So I glued all the pieces together. Really, I tried to get it as close as I can. I mean, I didn't really eat up too much space, just enough to attach them together. I just used really strong glue to sort of keep it in place and keep it from separating. These studs, I don't know if you can call them studs, but yeah, I used these studs and they have sort of prongs or claws. They're clawed studs and you sort of have to bend them inwards, which is not the easiest of tasks. You just push it in and then bend it inwards and press it down. And I did a lot of that along the parts where they meet, just to make sure that everything is secure and in place. I also did the same thing off camera for the shoulder part of the breastplate so that I can keep it together. And basically you wear this like an apron of sorts and lace it at the sides. After that, I punched a bunch of holes for the sides so I can lace them up and just put some grommets on those sides. also attached these, I don't know if you recognize what these are, but they're purse snaps when you use for the purse, for your purses, for making purses. And this is what it looks like. Wait, focus. This is what it looks like on the other side. Basically, there's two prongs and you have to fold them towards each other, like inward. That is what I used so that I can attach them to the shoulder armor, the pauldron. And look, there's the other side of the bag snap, so I can just like take it off and reattach. For the shoulder armor, the pauldron, I did it in 3 pieces. So I had 2 pieces for the shoulder and then sort of a rectangular extension. The shoulder itself, I glued the 2 pieces together and then I put scales on it, which is a very tedious thing to do, but I did it anyway. I just glued it on. This is a no-sew project because sewing things, leatherettes, I am not going to go through that hardship today. I just used really strong glue and attached the scales one by one. After that, I did these rivets for the bottom of the shoulder. It's the kind of thing where it has 2 pieces and you snap them together and then hammer it down so it becomes this flat thing. Another thing for the rectangular extension part, I used this stud, the silver stud, that has, again, 2 prongs, but you sort of bend them away from each other, like outward, to sort of fasten it onto the thing. That's it. I just glued it onto the shoulder part, and that's how I got this. bracers, I did these silver studs again. You just have to mark your place, and however you want, like the distance. I just did, I think this is an inch or a little less than that between each one. I just used a lot to get that, to get some additional silver in there, actually, because I was worried it was not silver enough. And yeah, so I did the markings, put the studs in, and then split it apart at the back. And then I did more grommets, which again, you just mark the place, punch the hole, and put the grommets, and then I have a fastener thing, but you can also use a hammer to sort of pin it down or fasten it into place. So for the hip arbor, I did this. And it's basically one big piece is that has a split at the top and at the bottom. And when you glue it together, the top slit and the bottom slit, it sort of curves so that it looks like it's made for your hip. But anyway, after I did that, I put more scales on it, which again was a tedious task because you have to do it individually, but it's not that hard, it's just tedious. I got this scale pattern from the internet, and I think this is like an inch by 1 point. I'm not sure. I will have to find the pattern and write the size over here. camera, I did the bag snap again so I can attach it to this belt that I made. It's just a gray belt that has, I did these studs for the belt again. I did this off camera because it's not really that interesting. So I did the studs. Focus. Focus. Can't you just... Okay, it's too shiny to focus on anything. But yeah, I did the studs again, and then the other side of the bag snap is there, so I can snap this in place like that after I put on the belt. The next part of this thing is just a bigger version of the bracers that I did, and it's this shin armor. Again, I just marked the spacing that I want and then punched a hole with this sort of it's not a needle, but it's a punching thing, like a big needle, just to make an incision, a hole, and so I can insert these studs and then do that again. See, there's a lot. And then for the sides, I did the grommets again, marked my place, punched a hole, and then I fastened the grommets. The string I used for this is sort of garterized because I didn't really want to have to lace it over and over again every time I have to put it on. So yeah, it's a bit stretchy, just so I can put it on and take it off quickly. The last part is the saboton. This again is 3 parts, the 2 parts for the toes. It sort of curves when you glue it together, the 2 parts. And again, curves when you attach the 2 parts to the main part for the main thing for the top of your foot. After gluing it together, I just did these rivets and then the clawed stud. And then for the side, I did the grommets again and the string that stretches. armor is a bit of a challenge because it is, like I said, it's very it's a hot. The fabric makes you hot. It doesn't really allow your skin to breathe, and plus you have to put on something underneath. This is a Zara knit sweater, but I thought it kind of looked like chainmail. I just put this on underneath. Ugh. Can you see? So I put that on and just some leggings, and then put the armor on, tried it on, and I will be inserting that clip right now. How I did that, and thank you so much for spending time watching this video. I hope this was helpful in any way, and I will see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and